Seinfeld Explained, Season 8, Episode 9, The Abstinence. George's girlfriend gets mono, requiring 6 weeks of abstinence, which accidentally turns him into a genius when sexual preoccupation stops dominating his brain. He learns Portuguese, lectures Yankees on physics, and answers Jeopardy questions. Meanwhile, Elaine stops having sex with her doctor boyfriend to help him study, which has the opposite effect on her brain, making her noticeably dumber. Jerry correctly diagnoses both situations using brain diagrams and garbage strike metaphors, but can't prevent his own career day humiliation spiral that damages his actual career.
George's girlfriend Louise gets mono, requiring 6 weeks of no sex, and instead of the expected sexual frustration, George becomes a genius. He's answering Jeopardy questions correctly, learning Portuguese from his cleaning lady, lecturing Yankees players on hitting physics using formulas.
Wait, abstinence made George smart?
Jerry explains it with props. 1 olive represents George's intellect. The rest of the jar is sexual obsession. Without sex dominating his brain, the previously useless lump is functioning for the first time.
That visual proportion is perfect. George's brain is literally 1 olive of thinking and an entire jar of horniness.
Meanwhile, Elaine stops having sex with her boyfriend Ben to help him study for his medical licensing exam. And abstinence has the opposite effect on her. She's getting noticeably dumber.
How dumb?
She can't solve a crossword clue. Ben answers poo, and Elaine giggles like a child at the word, then doesn't understand it's the answer.
She's regressed to finding poo hilarious while being unable to solve children's literature.
George goes to Yankees practice and lectures Derek Jeter and Bernie Williams on hitting physics using formulas. Bernie Williams asks, "Who are you again?" And when reminded George handles travel arrangements, another player mentions the Ramada in Milwaukee.
The travel guy is lecturing World Series champions?
George responds, "You want to talk about hotels, or you want to win some ball games?" Bernie Williams deadpans, "We won the World Series." And George, with indignation, says, "In 6 games." He's mad they didn't sweep.
The condescension from the guy who books their hotels about their championship performance is insane.
Meanwhile, Jerry's invited to speak at his old junior high school's career day. But a man with a lizard from the Bronx Zoo goes long feeding it crickets. Jerry gets bumped.
Bumped by a lizard?
His agent Katie gets him rescheduled, then escalates it to an entire 2-hour assembly, bumping Rick James. She's turned a simple career day slot into replacing an actual celebrity.
That's setting up a spectacular failure. You don't bump Rick James and come out okay.
Kramer invited smokers to use his apartment as a lounge after smoking got banned from a coffee shop. And after just 72 hours of secondhand smoke, his face becomes craggly and crinkly, like an old catcher's mitt. Teeth turn brown.
72 hours?
Kramer laments, "My face is my livelihood. Everything I have, I owe to this face." He expected emphysema or cancer, but not vanity damage.
Appearance concerns trump actual health.
Elaine's getting so desperate to restore her intelligence, she propositions Jerry for exactly 11 minutes, promising he can read the paper the whole time. When he refuses, she immediately asks, "Is Kramer home?" willing to use him as a functional substitute.
The mechanical desperation.
And someone passes out at a restaurant. Ben, the medical school graduate, freezes, only suggests elevating legs after Sue Ellen prompts him. He can't pass his exam. Louise's mono diagnosis was wrong. She wants to resume their relationship, but George chooses intelligence over sex. He tells her he can serve the world better with his newfound genius. Then a Portuguese waitress appears.
Oh no.
George, using his enhanced intellect, calculates the mathematical probability of this opportunity ever happening again. His cleaning lady is Portuguese, which is how he learned the language. What are the odds of meeting another Portuguese woman? He has to sleep with her based on probability.
He used his genius brain to mathematically justify abandoning being a genius. The intelligence destroyed itself through calculation.
George shows up only to brag about the Portuguese waitress. Completely stupid again. Jerry goes on alone with 9 minutes of material. "Hey kids, what's the deal with homework? You're not working on your home." The kids immediately boo him.
The "what's the deal with" construction getting rejected by the target audience is perfect.
Ben passes his medical licensing exam thanks to Elaine's support, then immediately dumps her, explaining, "I always knew that after I became a doctor, I would dump whoever I was with and find someone better. That's the dream of becoming a doctor."
What?
The brutal honesty. The prestige is specifically for upgrading romantic partners. And Elaine's sacrifice enabled her own dumping.
She made herself dumb to help him pass so he could immediately leave her for someone smarter. And all she desperately asks is, "Are we going to have sex or not?" She just wants to clear her head.
Jackie Childs sees a lawsuit opportunity in Kramer's rugged disfigurement. Except the tobacco company lawyer finds his weathered face attractive, projects a rugged masculinity.
The damage is attractive?
Jackie counters, "Rugged? The man's a goblin." But Kramer settles without Jackie for no money, just becoming the new Marlboro man on billboards. Jackie, "This is the most public yet of my many humiliations."
Kramer became the spokesperson for the thing that disfigured him for free.
And Jerry's junior high disaster cascades upward. David Letterman cancels his appearance, referencing the little flap at the assembly and the fact Jerry got bumped by a lizard. Educational humiliation became actual career damage.
Career Day destroyed his real career. Meanwhile, George gets lost on the way to his own junior high school and plays with graduated cylinders like a child, completely stupid again. This episode proves abstinence affects people in completely opposite ways. George becomes a genius who lectures World Series champions. Elaine regresses to giggling at poo. Same condition, opposite results.
And both immediately abandoned their experiments. George calculated his way out of intelligence. Elaine just wanted to clear her head after being dumped.
Jerry correctly diagnosed everything using olive jars and garbage strike metaphors, but couldn't prevent his own humiliation cascade.
Pattern identification without power.
And Kramer's face became his fortune. The tobacco company saw rugged masculinity in what Jackie called goblin appearance.
While Ben revealed the dark truth about doctors, they planned to dump whoever supported them through school. That's the dream. Prestige for partner upgrading.
The dream of becoming a doctor.
Everyone's abstinence experiments backfired perfectly. George's intelligence destroyed itself through calculation. Elaine's sacrifice enabled her dumping. Jerry's career day destroyed his actual career.
Jerry's pattern identification without power extends to abstinence effects, correctly diagnosing George's one olive brain and Elaine's garbage strike reversal, but unable to prevent his own career day cascade. George's intelligence self-sabotage, where his enhanced brain calculated the exact mathematical justification for abandoning genius. And the dream of becoming a doctor. Ben's brutal honesty that the prestige is specifically for dumping whoever supported you through medical school.